everyone, it's Imogen and welcome back to Colouring Kid. I hope you're all doing well. In today's video I'm going to be sharing my completed pages for the month of January. As I always say, this month has gone ridiculously quickly and it's strange because it literally doesn't feel like that long since Christmas, but then also I think because it was the start of the new year I felt like the individual days were going slowly, but I didn't manage to get that much done this month, but what I did do I was happy with, and I actually managed to get quite a few new projects started as well. So I have a few whips to carry forward, which I'm happy about because I've actually started working in some books that I said I really wanted to work in my colouring bag video, so that's good. But before I show you my pictures, I just want to say a massive thank you for 5,000 subscribers. It truly means a lot, and it was a goal I never thought I would reach when I started my channel, and it's perfect timing as well because my channel had its 3-year anniversary in the beginning of January. And just, yeah, thank you so much, and welcome and hi to all of you that are new. I mean, this channel has grown a lot. I think 1,000 subscribers was gained since the end of August, which is really quick for me. So yeah, it was just absolutely amazing and blew my mind, and I'm really appreciative. So because of that, there will be a giveaway coming up in one of my videos during the next month or so. I haven't exactly decided when it's going to be up, but I just thought I would do that instead, just so that people who genuinely enjoy watching my channel know about the giveaway. So I won't specifically say in the title that it's a giveaway, just because then it kind of turns into a bit of a clickbait video. So I hope that's all right, so stay tuned, it will be featured in one of my upcoming videos. So yeah, more to come on that. And also I do just want to send out my wishes to Hannah Carlson. For those of you that haven't heard yet, she put up a post on her Instagram. I won't go into too much detail about what it's actually about because it is on there, but yeah, she's not doing well, and I just want to send out my wishes as other people have been, and you know, really hope that she gets better. I did put up a post on my community tab sharing a what do you call it, a timestamp of all the pictures that I've completed from her books. It was one of all my completed pages videos, so yeah, that is there if you would like to see it. But yeah, I just really hope that she's all right, and yeah, it's amazing to see all of the positivity that's been going around in the community lately. So yeah, after having mentioned that, let's start with the video. So this is the first thing, and I actually completed this at the end of December, but I didn't include it in my December completed pages because I knew that the actual video for this would be coming out in January, so I thought I'd save it. So technically this wasn't a completed page from December, but it doesn't really matter. This was my Poundland challenge video, and I will show the specific things again that I got in my haul in case you didn't watch the video. But this was just a fun experiment. I spent £5 and tried to create a picture, and considering they were budget friendly, I was really pleased with it, and the main thing was I had fun. So I'd love to know your opinion on what you think about it. Obviously it's not my best colouring ever, but I wasn't really concerned about that. It was just more about testing out you know, products and seeing what I could do with them. So yeah, it was a really fun experiment. I went with kind of generic colours that I usually go for, so you know, pink and green for the leaves and stuff like that. But yeah, it was fun. And I'm not sure whether, I don't think products vary depending on what shop you go to, because we have Poundland here in the UK. I presume it's the same everywhere, but yeah, if you wanted to try them out, I'm sure you could. But yeah, it was just a fun challenge to try out. So that was the first thing. Okay, so on to my 3 completed pages that I managed to do. The first one was from A Million Cute Animals by Lulu Mayo. This wasn't in my colouring bag video, but one night I just felt like I really wanted to put pen to paper, and I hadn't started in this book. I thought, perfect, I can break into it, just have a go. So this was more just a kind of relaxation colouring. I didn't care about the outcome. It was more, yeah, just putting pen to paper. And the thing is, because I colour with colour pencil so much, I use fine liners and things like that, but I don't usually get the experience of just colouring with pen like I used to before I kind of found out about the whole adult colouring thing. So it was really nice to just go back to that and do something really simple, and yeah, just enjoyed doing it. So it was this one, and I used some Pentel felt tip pens that I have, and the only annoying thing about them is that the grey, for example, because I hadn't really used it and the tip was quite hard, I found that I then did kind of get it not going absolutely flat on the page, but as I said, it doesn't really bother me. I used a couple of Crayola Super Tips as well. I don't really have a large collection of water-based markers. I was going to get some Statler ones because they had the fine liner on the end, but I ended up not. But it doesn't really matter. I just kind of used what I had. But as well as those, I did use a couple of my Zig Kuretake pens. I've had them for a long time from my granny and grandpa, and I used to water them down a lot, use them for cards and things, but they actually worked great just on this paper. So what I did was I did do a little bit of blending with them for the grey and in a couple of places, but it didn't bleed through, which I was very surprised about, because I did use a fair amount of water on this page when I added my Calero paints, and I know some people have had issues with using water in this book, so that was a nice surprise. I tend to be quite careful with water though, just because I don't want it bleeding through. So yeah, as well as the paints, I used an Arteza white gel pen. As well as the pens, I used Arteza white gel pen and the Calero paints. So I got a few new ones which will be in my haul, and so I was just testing them out, and my all-time favourite Stardust paint is all on the background, and what I did was to try and get it a more opaque colour. I put down the pink in a pen first, and I found that worked really well because I had the base layer, and then if I missed any spots it wouldn't really matter because I'd still have the pink underneath. And same for the stars. I did a yellow base for the stars. I think it really makes them pop. I should do that more. And then I put a bit of the Stardust on their noses as well, just for a cute touch. So yeah, overall, just had fun with this, and when I feel like I just need to sit down for half an hour or so and do something, this could be a really good book for that. So I'm glad that I have actually coloured a page in here and just kind of done it for fun. So that's that one. The next one I have is from Girl Power by Hachette Heroes. This is a Disney book, and this is sent to me by my wonderful friend Valentina from Universe Art, and I know how much she loves these books, and she does wonderful work in, well, all of her pages, but I know she loves her Disney, and I was thrilled to get this because I don't have too many Disney books, but I don't have any like this where you open them this side, and I don't have any that are one-sided either, so that was great. And I wanted to colour in it because Kate and Zoe were doing their Disney Birthday Bash hashtag. It is carrying on into February, but I was really glad I did it when I did. And also, obviously, I appreciate her sending it, and I knew that hopefully if I did get around to one of these pages, it wouldn't take me too long. So this was done pretty quickly, actually. I will show you which one it is. It's actually the front page. It's this one. So the lighting may not be great, which I apologise for. This one was marker for Rapunzel, and yeah, pretty much marker for everything apart from the background. So I used a couple of new markers that I have, again, which I'll be sharing in my haul. A couple of Copics as well. So her skin, I had a really light, I think it was like an apricot sort of colour. It was really light. And then a tan colour, which I used. And I was really pleased with how the skin came out, actually. And then I had a couple of other older markers as well. So it was a mix of everything. And then the background was just Crayola pencils. I wanted with this to give the impression of it being wallpaper. So I just coloured everything really lightly, hence why it may not be showing up. But I did the suns in yellow and then the background purple, and then just to add a bit of shadow I made it darker around the edges. So it was very simple to do, didn't take long, and again just kind of a relaxing thing to not worry about shading and just put pencil to paper. And I love the fact that there's also a greyed out shadow behind her. The only thing that I messed up, which I didn't realise until after I coloured it, was her mouth, because I thought, okay, the gap between her lips is probably darker because our mouths are darker. And then I looked at the front and it's meant to be her teeth, which is what Disney tend to do. And yeah, anyway, it doesn't ruin the page for me or anything. I still think that it looks fine, and I've got brown in other places as well. So yeah, it's just one of those things. It doesn't bother me, but it was just kind of funny. I realised after I had finished the page. But yeah, that was that one. And this was one that I was drawn to when I was flipping through the book. So yeah, very happy with that. So thank you again, Valentina, so much for sending me this, and I really enjoyed doing my first page in it. Okay, and then the last full page I have to share with you is actually on a double page spread with the other page that I'm working on. So this is now my third double spread that hopefully will be completed soon. In this wonderful book by Rita Berman, Meine Reise durch Europa, and this is one of the books that I'm working on in 2022. And even if I only get one page done a month, that's really good for me, and that's all I can hope for, because, you know, even adding say 12 pages to this book would be a really big accomplishment for me. So this was the page that I finished, and this is the one that I'm working on. I wanted to get as much of this one done before I did this video as possible. Obviously I didn't manage to get it finished, but I got quite a long way actually with some of the elements, and I'm working slowly on this section here. So the one that I actually finished, this one, took me quite a while. I'd say probably about 3 weeks. No, maybe not that long. But quite a while into January. I'd started it just before the end of December, I think. I might have shared the background in my December completed pages or my colouring bag video. But this one was one of those that I kind of just coloured for 10 minutes every morning before I went to college, and then a bit after if I had time. So I was very slowly just working away on it, you know, doing a flower here, a leaf there. It was so fun. And genuinely I really enjoyed colouring it. Because I feel like this is meant to be a double spread, that's why I'm transferring the colours over. Some of the pages I might not do that. So for example, these ones I might not do exactly the same because, you know, they're slightly different. I just feel like some pages seem tied together, which is why I want to do them as a double spread. So maybe what I should have done is started colouring this one at the same time, but yeah, doesn't matter. So for this one I use Black Widows and Luminance pencils, as always. That's kind of what I stick to in this book. I used my favourite embellishments. I have the Arteza White Gel Pen, a gold Jelly Roll metallic pen, Jelly Roll glaze for the windows, and also the Calero Stardust paint, which I've mentioned before, and I used that on these wave bits of the water. I used fine liner in a couple of places for the green and also to add lines in on this bunting. And Zest It Blend for the clouds, but it was just so fun, and especially because I used reference photos for these houses. So this is in the Belgium section, and I really wanted to emulate what the buildings actually look like, so that's why I kind of based the colour palette around that. So the colours that I chose I probably wouldn't have done had I not looked up the colour combos, which is why I'm even more happy with it, because I did try and stick to how they're actually meant to look. So the green and the blue are used quite a lot, but I kind of just put them where I thought would suit it. But this kind of peachy, what's the word? It's kind of like an eggshell colour, and this more terracotta colour are really prominent in the buildings. So yeah, I was very excited to use them. But the thing I had to be careful of was trying to make sure that the actual boat looked different in terms of the colour, because I did want it to be brown, and at first I was like, oh, is there going to be too much brown on the page? But I just love it. I really do. And I didn't think that it would be up there with one of my favourites, but actually it's such a different colour palette for me with the new colours, and compared to the other pages it's kind of vastly different as well. So yeah, a lot of fun. So I'm excited to complete this one. Hopefully I should have that done definitely by the end of February, and maybe I can even get one more page done in February too. I do have half term, so I might have a little bit longer. But yeah, that is that one. So on to my whips. I have 3 to share with you, which I have either started or continued working on. So the first one is from Mythographic Paradise by Fabiano Attanasio. I wanted to work in this book and I did get round to it, which is great. And I was very kindly gifted this book by Sue, and I wanted to work in it for a while. And at that time I think I was working on a different mythographic page, and this is a buddy colour with Jill, although I'm not sure if she will be colouring her page anymore, which is absolutely fine because I still want to class it as kind of a buddy colour that we've done. But this one was one of the pages again that I was drawn to the most in this book, and I just think it's so cute. I love it. And the thing I like especially about this page is that there aren't too many elements, so I don't get as overwhelmed by it. So as you can see, I've done half of the background, and I'm using my Brute Thinner pencils and a few polychromos as well. But this one's taken quite a while just because I'm outlining all of the clouds, these stars and things like that, which I don't mind, because with these pages, because they are so detailed, I just work on it bit by bit. So I'm hoping to get it done by the end of February, because that's what I tend to do with mythographic pages. I start them in one month and finish them in the other. I started with the whales, really pleased with those, and then yeah, I moved on to the background. Quite an unusual colour for me, I guess, because I tend to do purple clouds quite a lot, but actually doing the sky as well was really fun. And I did have to draw in some of my own clouds, which I'm not sure have necessarily come out the best, but that doesn't matter. I had to draw them in because I was trying to cover up some of the objects. I have used my PH Martin Blueproof White to wipe them out, but sometimes, depending what colours I'm using and how I'm laying stuff down, it still kind of pulls up a bit. So I just went over with white gel pen, which worked fine. So once I've got the background and the sky done, I know that I want this to be the lighthouse. I'll probably do that red. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the other buildings. I don't just want them to look boring, boring building colours, because as I've already mentioned with the buildings in Rita Berman's book, I've found a way to make them seem interesting for me. So yeah, I need to try and figure out a way of making them look interesting, but have a colour that will still go with the rest of the page. So that will be an interesting challenge, but yeah, definitely hoping to get that one done. Yeah, really enjoying it. So that's that one. I'm glad to have finally started in that book. Then I have Chiaki Karamomo's book, and this is one I've been wanting to work in for a while, and I have started it. I can tell this is definitely going to be a page that will take me a while to complete, so this may be a whip for several months. The page that I started was this one, is the one I wanted to do, and this is the polar bear page. I'm using Holbein's for this page, and I'm trying to colour match it to the picture, which has been proving quite difficult because I've tried photocopying it and taking a photo and the colours just don't match. even with filters. So I'm having to kind of flip back and forth to be able to work out what the colours are, which is taking quite a while. The only thing that I may need to go back in and change slightly is the green on the trees, because it's quite bright compared to, well, it's not really showing up, but it's quite bright compared to what it is on the picture. So we'll see, but yeah, it's so sweet. And it doesn't bother me that it's a wintry picture and I might not get it done for a while. I'll just keep working on it. And you know, if I'm still working on it in Christmas and July, that's a perfect opportunity to wrap it up. So yeah, that's that one, and it's just so sweet. Yeah, so that's another whip. And then the last whip I have, which I have worked on more, is from Fragile World by Kirby Rosanne's. This is my body colour with Valentina. And we are working on the penguins. So I did the sky, and for several months I had been wanting to work on the rocks, and I finally managed to get round to them. So I based them with soft pastel and then went over with Prismacolor. So I think I only used about 4 colours or so, and it didn't take me that long once I got started to actually do them. I'm pleased with the colour. In hindsight, maybe I should have done them a bit more grey, but what I'm thinking is underwater I can make them look a bit more grey because of the blue and darkness of the underwater, I guess. So I'll figure something out. But yeah, I enjoyed doing them, and even though it was repetitive, I didn't feel like it was repetitive. So I think my next job is going to be the penguins. Hopefully I'll manage to get at least the ones done on the top, maybe underneath as well, but I'm still not sure what I'm going to do with the water. We'll see. I think both of us, we're taking it really slowly because it's quite an overwhelming page for both of us, because it's a double spread, and also trying to make it look realistic as well is proving quite difficult. So yeah, they are my Galapagos penguins, and I'm looking forward to doing some more of that soon. So that's everything page-wise I wanted to share with you, but I thought I would also show my bullet journal and an update of it at the end of each month, because I know some people had asked. So not much to share really. As you can see here, I completed 4 pages, and that's when I completed them. The only update is this page for Minor Resident Europa. Didn't get round to an I Believe in Fairies postcard like I wanted to, but I'm hoping to in February. These are my current whips. So as you can see, I've got my polar bear and the mythographic page and the Fragile World page, and then my Ivy and Disney Dreams page, which I haven't come back to. And here are my pages. And then if I just go to my January section, these are the pages that I wanted to get round to that were in my colouring bag video. So I'm hoping to do some more of them or continue them into February. Some of them I won't continue on just because they were ones that I kind of knew I wouldn't get around to anyway, like my Mine Winter Spazia Gang pages. But some of them, yeah, I'll definitely be continuing over. These were the colour-alongs I managed to participate in. Not many. The ones I have done, I've highlighted in blue. But I like to keep them written down just in case I want some inspiration in later months, even if the colour-alongs aren't going on anymore. It's still fun to do them. These are the year-long ones though, so I'll have plenty of opportunity to do that. And then these are my combinations. I will be doing a combinations video. So especially my Rita Behrman page, you will be seeing a video on that and some other things, because I know lots of people were interested when I mentioned it, and I know that Emma from Emma Colours 2020 does them, and they seem like a great idea. So yeah, that's everything I have to share with you. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned, as I said, for my 5,000 subscriber giveaway at some point in the next month. Take care everyone, bye!